Hey guys, it's Jipped. Just bringing you more tanker gameplay, this time on the Southeast Asia server, playing in the Emil 2. I've got the top gun, all the top modules on this one I think, and it is not a great tank in my opinion. I think the gun is incredibly frustrating, and as such I'm using the premium consumable on it, just to try and make the gun handling a bit better. So one of the key things to World of Tanks that I find is to always look at the enemy team lineup and your lineup and figure out what the best approach is. Obviously on this map the heavy tanks usually go down the 9-0 line and mediums will probably play around the hill with the TDs. The Mil-2 with its 12 degrees of gun depression is a good hill tank. If I were to go on the 8-9 or like the 9-0 line with the heavy tanks, there is a spot I can use gun depression there, but the other spawn does get side shots on you if you get spotted, so it is a terrible position if you want to be hauled down on this side. So because of that, I'm going to play on this other flank with the hills, and also you can see that they have two Mautians. One is a Super Unicum, and there's a T10. And if you compare that to our heavy tanks, there's no way that we would ever win that flank. It would just be a useless flank to go to. Here we have our Type 59 going ham against a lightweight and a pilot. It takes me a while to get the shot on the pilot, and I don't want to peek up too high here. There is a Skoda T50 shooting me at the side there, and I don't want to be shot 3 times. So I have to pull back, and the Type 59 is left to deal with the lightweight, the pilot, and the 12T that's spotted, as well as the T44. It's a really aggressive play that the 59 made, and he had absolutely no support, so it wasn't a good play. So I want to take a peek around this corner and see if I can spot that bat shot again. Fortunately I can't, and nothing spotted there. Somehow the Type 59 survives. He does get some support from our lightweight, maybe the Borsig. We can see our heavy tanks are playing quite defensively, but they would be getting farm from the middle hill if there were things here. Don't get the traverse to get this shot on the lightweight, but the Type 59 does manage to pick him up. Now I got spotted, and the Mautian was on the top of the hill, and I didn't want to get shot in case he was aiming at me because I wasn't in a good defensive position. So I pulled out of the render distance. We're hoping someone spots him here, and he does. He's got his ass turned towards us. I'm going to take a shot. I aimed at the side, but just hitting him in the turret is good. The second shot does fly true. It does go into the back of the Mautian as he goes up over the hill. Now we can see the rest of their team is pushing up. There's only a couple tanks that aren't spotted, which is the ISU-152 and the Stritsfam S1. We can assume that they're probably camping in the K line, either overwatching the 0 or the 1-2 like we have here. So I can see the Skoda T50 spotted. Obviously he's going to be wanting to unload on the sides of these heavy tanks, so he's going to pull out, and I've saved my last shell for him. And I do pick up the shot there. Now I have to reload for 36 seconds though. You can see the WZ's in the middle. He's fighting a T-34-3. The T-34-3 is going to have a lot of trouble with the WZ-111. Just because of the low pen on the T-34-3. It's only 175 pen. Fortunately, I'm still reloading, so there's not too much I can do if he gets rushed. And just due to the angles, also the gun elevation there you can see is quite poor. I'm going to assume that WZ is going to be dealt with, and I can see that the T-50 is still there. He's kind of playing defensively, but our team can't really push with what's out there. So I'm going to cross over this bridge and reposition and take him from a different angle to get crossfire. We can see the other flank lost miserably, as expected. And the Charioteer, who's supposedly a good player, he's in a boost position, and I don't think he's doing too much there. So here, using my gun depression, making sure I'm only showing my turret. T-50 looks like he's reloading anyways. Track him, and that would be the end of that. But you can see that 319 low roll, the 381 low roll, put me behind the 8-ball there. He should have been dead in 3 shots, and I would have had a shot for the FCM. Now looking at the tanks we have here, we have a PTA, IS-6 Tiger II, and they should be able to deal with that FCM quite easily. I don't have time to sit there and get entrenched in that. I'm still reloading. I'm going to go defend the base with the Borsig from the hill. You can see that it's going to be the T10 and the FCM pushing the fastest because they are the medium heavy tanks on that side. And it's actually taking our team a long time to deal with that FCM. The Stressform does get spotted in the distance, and like we thought, he was camping the K line overwatching. We're going to fully aim and have our shot kind of just not go. Second shot we're not going to have because of the reload time in between shells. 3.3 seconds is, you know, quite long for an autoloader. There's a lot of DPM tanks that'll reload faster than that. But playing to the Emil 2 strengths, we're going to use gun depression, try to be hull down, and only show our turret. We spot the FCM here, not a good shot, not going to get it, but the T10 just comes around, fully exposing its side, which is good for us, and we pick up the T10 here. You can see that lag. Those shots were, I guess, pretty lucky. I'm going to reload here, don't have enough to clip anything. I'm still spotted, but I do have to advance just in case there's more coming around the corner. FCM does get a lucky shot. You would think that would almost be an auto ricochet angle, but he does get that. The PTA picks him up, or no, the charioteer from the boost position picks him up somehow. And as he's overwatching, he must be able to spot what is coming down the 0 line. So we'll see what he sees. I'll take a peek up on the hill to see if I can spot anything too. Now technically we should be in an advantage in this game because we have a light tank, but he's either AFK or completely useless. You see the IS-6 dies to the ISU-152. Obviously it's going to be tough with your tier 8 to push into something like that. And we don't know really what's around here except for the pilot, which the charioteer spotted, and I'm just going to take a chance here and assume that that's the only thing in this line. Hoping to get shots without overexposing, but he's not having it. Some of this PTA and I are going to go take on this pilot. He gets a shot. I should get a shot for free here, but I don't even know where that shot went. I think it went straight through his tank. So I do have to take a shot from the pilot, which is kind of disappointing. At this point I'm going to go for another reload. There's no pressure. If a Maushin comes, we're in good position, and it's going to be quite slow it won't be able to rush us. In the meantime, I am going to aggressively push up because I do have some armor. I can handle a hit if I peek, and there's nothing there, so we're going to continue to advance and gather some more information. So again, I'm going to kind of prop my tank up on this hill, use the turret and the gun depression, and see if I can spot. Do spot the super Pershing. Obviously he should spot me back. I'm going to assume the ISU-152 is in that corner, probably in J0, J9 in the trees, or maybe the Stritsvam S1 may have relocated, but it's unlikely. He'd probably still be watching out for the Tiger 2. This Leopard PTA is not impressed with our BC-12T. I think he wants to team kill him, but that's not going to happen. The other Maushin gets spotted, so we know that this lane is pretty clear. The super Pershing is a one-shot. Shouldn't be too much of a problem to deal with. I'm just going to climb over this hill, see if I can get a shot on the Maushin. I managed to track him. Second shot into the side of the turret, should pick him up. ISU-152 is straight in front of me. This super Pershing peeks me. I can't turn my turret fast enough, especially with its dispersion. So you can see they switched places. His Stritsvam is over there. I totally missed my blind shot as he reappears. I probably should have held it, but I do pick up the kill. And somehow this second Maushin manages to get here very quickly, which I was not expecting. Take the shot, and I also take a 491 shot from an ISU-152, which is not nice. I'm left on 26 hit points, and that's pretty lucky. I'd be better off if I didn't take the shot from the pilot before, but Wasn't expecting the Maotian to push up that hard, and that forced me into a bad position. So now I'm going to reload heat because it's a Maotian, and although I don't really see us losing this, I would like to, you know, do a bit more damage in this game. I'm sitting on 5 kills and 4.3k win 8 at the moment. So we're just going to wait to reload another 12 seconds, and then we're going to take a peek. You can see the PTA is still at full HP, so it's kind of his job to do the scouting now. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bush, and I know where the 152 was, and I'm just going to pre-aim there, wait for the PTA to spot him. You can see the charioteer's left his boost position now. It looks like he's planning to go ham on the Maotian. I'm not sure what the Borisig thinks he's doing. I don't think he's really going to have any shots on the Maotian there. Tiger 2's just still sitting where he was, maybe slowly advancing. So 152 gets spotted. Track him with the first shot, obviously. And I only get the tracking damage as the Borsig picks him up. 2 shells left. We're going to take a peek over this hill and shoot the Maotian. So we have his side. And here we back up enough just to only give him our turret. At this point I don't think I'm going to get the top gun. I've got 30 seconds to reload. And there's a charioteer, the Leopard PTA, and a Borsig heading towards him. But we can see that no one's really shooting him. Someone's decided to shoot HE. So that's 1 HE shot for 90 damage. The next one should kill him. I've got 5 seconds left on my reload. One does 19 damage. I reload. Miss the first shot as he turns his turret. And he has to keep his turret facing the other way, but do pick up the kill for the top gun. 6k win 8. And we're on to the end plates. So I managed to get an ace tanker badge in this one, probably because of the top gun. Not a very impressive game, to be honest. Only 930 assisted damage and 4,310 actual damage. You can see we got 1,386 EXP, probably from my own spotting, and for the kills. Did lose credits. I was shooting heat, and it is an Emil 2 plus the premium consumable that I'd have to resupply. But the replay is a good demonstration of knowing which flank you might win and might lose, and playing to your tank's advantages based on the terrain. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a good one. Cheers.